Hello everybody, today we're going to do a real quick what do you need to know, and we're going to have 3 piles to choose from. So I'll show them individually and then I'll show them all together so you guys can get a better look, and then the timestamps are down in the description and I'll probably put them in the comments as well. Sometimes I forget, so if they're not in the comments, they're in the description. So pile number 1, we have the blue marker. Pile number 2, you guys have the green. And pile number 3, you guys have the orange. Okay, so pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Pause the video if you need to. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like your message, and I'll see you guys in your piles. All right, pile number 1. You guys chose the blue marker, so let's get into it. There definitely might be some sort of throat chakra thing going on here. Could definitely be. I'm also for some reason getting the third eye as well, so like let's see. Yeah, as I'm saying all that, we have the King of Swords, but I'm not even gonna take it right now. We're just gonna pull 5 cards in total and then we're going to continue. So we have the 8 of Wands, the King of Wands. Okay, hold up, I'm actually gonna pull all the cards before I start. We have the Page of Swords, another communication card. Judgment. Okay, all right. And the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's something that you guys are trying to manifest in your life that you've probably been trying to manifest for a very long time. It could be something that has to do with the relationship, physical, financial, emotional, spiritual stability, mostly physical and financial stability, and also stability in some sort of relationship as well. I feel like what Spirit is saying here is that the ball is rolling, but maybe not as fast as you would like it to. You guys are trying to rush into something that takes time, and the reason why it needs more time, you guys might be thinking like, why does it need more time? I've been waiting this long, I've been waiting forever, I've been waiting X amount of years, X amount of weeks or months. The reason that it needs time is that you are not in the position to, I don't want to say appreciate the manifestations when they come, but you're not in the position to, and trigger warning, I know some people don't like to hear these type of things, not in the position to maintain whatever it is if it were to come right now. So if it were to come right now, maybe you would lose it very fast. If it were to come right now, maybe you would struggle. So for example, if this is a new car or a new house, maybe if it were to come right now, you would struggle paying the bills, or maybe, you know, it's like you would be fighting to maintain whatever it is you have. I don't really feel like you would lose it, but it would be a lot more difficult to maintain right now than it would be to maintain when you're at the place mentally, emotionally, financially, that Spirit wants you to be at, right? And also I feel another reason why it's not coming right now is because I'm hearing peace. Spirit wants you to get at peace with your current situation. So if you are in a current situation that is really difficult for you, that is really triggering for you, Spirit wants you to find the peace inside yourself. Recognize that anything around you is just extra, right? Anything around you is just a contributing factor to everything that you're going through. So it's not fully the situation you're in that's making you frustrated, upset, angry, mad, anxious, right? It's the emotional state that you're in. It's the nervous system, whatever's going on with your nervous system, right? That's making you feel the way that you're feeling. You need to get, like I always say, to a place of unshakable peace. And does this mean that you never get triggered, you never get bothered, everything just flows right off your shoulder? Absolutely not. That's so unreasonable to ask for. But what they want you to do is get to a point where, yeah, you might get triggered, you might get upset, you might get a little bit angry, but that doesn't fully stop you from having and attaining and maintaining that peace, right? So this is like you're having an amazing day, and then somebody comes and, you know, they know just what to say to ruin your mood. They know just what to say to ruin your state of being, your happiness in the moment, right? So yeah, you might get triggered, but they want you to get to the place where that is not going to throw your whole day off course. It's not going to throw your whole week off course. It's not going to throw your whole month off course, and it's not going to break your progress, right? And that's exactly what they want you to do right now, is get to that place of unshakable peace, because when this thing does happen, when this thing does come forward, it's going to be something really stable. It's going to be something that you have been waiting so long for, right? And it's going to be better than you have imagined, right? I'm hearing a means to an end, a means to an end. So maybe you're just looking for this manifestation to come right now because it's a means to an end of something, a means to an end of anger, a means to an end of conflict, a means to an end of uncomfortability, stress, something like that. But when it comes through, they don't want it to just be a means to an end. They want it to actually be something that can be appreciated for all the glory that it actually holds, and not just, oh, I appreciate it because it took me out of the situation that I was in. No, they want you to appreciate it because this is basically the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that you've been searching for. They don't want you to just see it as a band-aid fix to whatever's going on internally, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, right? I feel like, okay, let's pick one of these cards, and then we're gonna get a question card from your higher self to you. What does pile number 1 need to know right now? A message for pile number 1. Thank you. And we're gonna get, yeah, from this book. Number 33, Dandelion. And number 3 is all about collaboration. It's all about working together. It's all about that harmony between the mind, body, spirit, you know, and soul. That's what I'm hearing. And yeah, look. We have the crown right here. We have the King of Wands, and it sort of looks like Archangel Michael right here is wearing a little bit of something on his head as well. There's actually a lot of headgear here. And this person in the carriage, you could tell that I know you probably can't see it on camera, you could tell that she is wearing some sort of floral crown or something like that. This is getting to a place of emotional sovereignty. This is getting to a place of spiritual sovereignty. This is getting to a place where you know your position and nobody can knock you off of your high horse, right? But let's see what the Dandelion card has to say. So it says, though the dandelion starts life earthbound and steady, it transforms into the fall. Though the dandelion starts life earthbound and steady, it transforms in the fall into a state where the earth cannot contain it anymore, and it becomes airborne and ready for new adventure. This card represents being stuck between choices, staying rooted to the safety of the ground, or taking flight to new lands. This decision cannot be made lightly. It requires careful consideration and waiting for the right time to achieve results. But the decision must be made all the same. You cannot wait in limbo forever. See, exactly what I was talking about. We need to get to a place of stability in order to receive what we're asking for here, right? But in the last sentence here, it's talking about the decision must be made all the same. You cannot wait in limbo forever. So what this is kind of telling me here is that it's happening. It's in motion, right? You're making progress with it. It's just needing a little bit more time, and it is going to come soon. And with the decision here, this could be the decision to, like I said, find that place of unshakable peace. Find that, I'm hearing like road to high water. I don't know what the fuck that means, but that's what I'm hearing. Find that energy within yourself to not give a fuck what anybody else says or does, and realize that nobody else is the culprit for your unhappiness. You're the creator of everything that you go through, everything that you experience physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, right? So you can't blame that on anybody else. You can't push the blame to this person, to that situation, because it all comes from you. The moment that you change your mind, the moment that you change your mindset and stop pointing fingers and playing the blame game, that's when you get your that's when you get your emotional, financial, physical abundance. And that's when it's going to actually stay and be able to be maintained properly without having to lose it or start back from square one again. Okay, so that is what I have for you, pile number 1. I hope the message resonated, and let's get into pile 2. See ya. So, pile number 2. This is going to be your reading. You guys chose the, I was about to say the second. You guys chose, yes, the second pile, the green marker. And let's get into it. Oh, I'm a little flustered. Let's clear out the energy of pile number 1. Okay? Sorry, guys. If you ever see me go like this in my readings, it's because when I channel, I store a lot of energy in my hands. So I like to shake off the energy physically like that and just push it off, release it, right? The green, I was about to say the green chakra. The green marker is reminiscent of the heart chakra. Everything emotional, everything feeling, you know, I mean, that's also the sacral chakra as well. I'm sorry, the sacral and the solar plexus. So let's see. You guys might actually have a couple different chakras that need some work here, but let's see, what do you guys need to know? We're gonna pull 5 cards, then we're gonna get some oracle at the end. What does pile 2 need to know? I actually don't want to take either of these. They just don't feel right. We have the 6 of Cups. I was looking into my camera and saying, my cheeks look a little flushed right now. And then we have a card about romance coming out. So the 2 of Wands. The Sun. There's a lot of duality here. 6 is an even number, can be split into even 2 halves. We have the 2 of Wands, the Sun with the 2 children. Let's get 2 more cards. The 3 of Swords, okay. Back of the deck is the 6 of Swords. I also saw the 6 of Pentacles looking out, and we have the 8 of Swords here. I feel like there's conflict coming from your wants versus your needs. Your wants want to go very fast. They want new, they want exciting, they want more experiences, right? But your needs are to sit back, relax, and take in everything that you've already experienced, adjust depending on what lessons you have learned and what has already been taught to you, right? So what I'm feeling like right here, there could have been a romantic relationship or even a familial relationship, any type of relationship here that has taught you a lot. But there might be, I don't want to say inability, but unwillingness to accept and take accountability for the relationship. Right? This isn't saying that everything that went wrong is on you. Absolutely not. Relationships are a two-way street, always. Which brings me back to my point. Although this might have been a little bit difficult for you to get over or to get through, you're still not fully emotionally done with processing, right? You guys might be in a little bit of a confused state right here because I'm getting a little confused in your reading on the way that I need to word things. So there's a need here to be gentle with yourself, to be kind with yourself, and to be understanding with the emotional state that you're going through. Okay, this is not the time to beat yourself up. Oh, you should be done this, you should be over this, you should have knew this would happen. None of that, right? Because that is just not kind to yourself, to the situation, whatever. There's a need to bring some more grace and some more patience into the situation. There's a need to actually overlook and take a step back and not reminisce, but revise the relationship or conflict that has happened here. This isn't something that you just need to stop thinking about and move forward from. This is something that you might actually need to go back into, not physically getting back into the relationship. That's not what I'm saying, although some of you guys might be actually thinking about that. However, what I mean by go through again, it's something that you need to mentally revise, mentally revisit. That's the word. It's something that you guys need to mentally and emotionally revisit, because a lot of you guys are holding yourself back from revisiting the memories, revisiting the relationship in your mind, so that you guys don't have to deal with the emotional intensity that it brings. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. This could also be a relationship that you feel like you're tied to, maybe somebody that you're bound to in some sort of way, maybe somebody that you feel like you're spiritually bound to, physically bound to, somebody that you have children with. This could be a parental figure or even an adult child that you're dealing with. There's definitely a situation here that needs your attention involving another person, okay? And you need to, this is a little bit more harsh than pile number one. This is like, you need to revisit why everything happened the way that it happened and how you might have contributed to the situation being what it is right now. This is not saying that if you would have done this or that differently, the situation would have, you know, been fine and you would still be in that relationship or still having that connection. Odds are, with this type of connection right here that I'm feeling, things still would have had its way of breaking apart or breaking up. However, there's a lot of learning in this situation that I feel like we're refusing to accept. There's a lot of, oh, I did this and I did that, and maybe I could have moved this way instead of moving that way, right? And there's a lot of not taking accountability when it comes to this situation. Maybe it hurts too much to take accountability. Maybe you feel like there's nothing for you to take accountability for. Maybe it's just you not wanting to take that accountability, because then there's going to be that feeling in you that maybe if you did this differently, this could have ended differently, okay? There's a lot of emotional intensity and a lot of emotional hurt, and I don't feel like I should be telling you what to do. I just feel like I should be telling you that you need to revisit whatever this is going on. This is your reminder right here that you're not fully emotionally or mentally, physically over the relationship, and this is something that you need to revisit. So I feel like that's literally all they want me to say to you. They don't want me to continue talking your ear off about it. They just want me to let you know that you need to revisit the situation, because you've probably been thinking that you needed to revisit the situation and you've just not been allowing yourself to, or you might have been in a little bit of denial when it came to am I really over the situation? Or maybe you might have been conflicted. Am I really over the situation? I am, but no I'm not. I am, but no I'm not, right? And it's like they want you to just revisit. We have card number 50, Mandrake. So let's get into it. Let's see what Mandrake has to say. So, Mandrake. Not only do the roots of the mandrake grow in the form of a human, but there are also many tales of this little familiar taking on a life of its own and dispensing knowledge, wealth, and even visions of the future. You may not have a personal mandragora to point the way, but there are other signs of and sources of guidance in your life leading you forwards. Keep your eyes peeled for these little prophets throughout the next days. All right, I feel like that is something that you guys need to mentally and emotionally dig through the message of, because I'm not feeling any way to explain it. So there's definitely a lot of mental work that you guys need to be doing here, a lot of listening to your intuition, listening to your emotions, and feeling through life right now, okay? You need to feel through it. You don't need to block out your emotions, because blocking out your emotions is just going to make it harder for you. But that's what I have for you. I hope it resonated, and let's go into pile 3. Toodles. Pile number 3. You guys chose the orange marker, which is also reminiscent or symbolic of the sacral chakra. So let's get into it. It's also like a little like pinky orange, I guess. So maybe even a little bit of heart chakra energy here. So let's see, let's get into it. Let's clear out the energy of pile number 2. I feel like you guys might have chosen another pile as well. But if you didn't choose another pile, don't go and watch any other pile just because I said it. You know, don't force yourself to pick anything that you don't feel like you need to pick. That could be a message here in itself as well. So let's see. very uppy energy. Very excited energy. I almost feel manic at the moment. There might be a need to slow down, or maybe this is the energy that you need to be in. But let's see. Let's pull some cards so that we can get into the energy. No, we're taking them. We have the Tower, the Ten of Swords, I'm hearing the song Does That Make Me Crazy? I think it's called I think it's called just Crazy. Does that make me crazy? What the fuck? Does that make me crazy? The Empress. And I'm also hearing the song Paint the Town Red by Doja. We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, you guys might be confused here. Page of Pentacles. I want to pull 2 more cards. And we got 2 more cards. So we have the Seven of Wands. And then we have the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. There's something here that... Okay, so this could go 2 ways. Yeah, we have the Sun. This could definitely go 2 ways. For some of you, it's a feeling of should I stay or should I go? And for others of you, it's a should I move on or should I wait for this person? And I feel like... Let's just start this off with a little bit of a trigger warning, because this is just, it might be a little triggering to some viewers. So the brutal, honest message that I'm getting here is that you are fighting yourself on what you know that you need to do. Some of you guys know that you need to leave, and others of you know that you need to release this situation. Okay, so those of you still in whatever situation this is, it could be regarding another person, could be regarding a job, business, whatever. You need to leave, right? And I don't usually like to tell people to leave. I usually like to tell people to make their own decisions. You know, I just like to guide you to making that decision. But this is the energy of you already know what's up. And if your intuition is telling you to stay, then this is not your pile. However, if you're only feeling that tinge of, because you know that you need to leave, but you don't want to, this is definitely your pile. Because that's definitely the energy that I'm feeling. It's a heartbroken, I don't want to, but I know that I need to. It's a, I have been so used to this situation being the way that it is that I found it to be normal. It's, I have so much history with this person that the sense or the thought of it being fully over breaks my heart. But anything broken can be fixed. I'm getting a vision of the Chinese, I think it's a Chinese thing, where with the broken plates, when the plates break, they will fill in the gaps with gold. And then they'll put the plate back together with that gold, whatever it is, and that gold material will keep the plate together. Like they'll put it back together that way. And it's sort of like what Spirit wants to say here is like, you're not wounded, you've just been hurt. You're not scarred, you've just been hurt, right? And it's like needing to find the beauty of coming out on the other side. Maybe a lot of you can't see a very good future for yourself without this person, and I feel like it's because you're refusing to look. You're refusing to be honest with yourself. You're refusing to you just don't want to. You just don't want to move on forward. You just don't want to be without this person. And there's an energy of release, 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 release. But take it easy on yourself. Don't just go cold turkey if it's something that is really not feeling right for you, but there is a need to ease yourself out of the situation, right? And there's a need to stop fighting yourself on it, because you will find happiness moving forward, but you won't find that happiness moving forward if you continue to delude yourself. Hard word, but that's what I'm feeling. If you continue to delude yourself into staying in a situation that you intuitively, emotionally know is not the right situation for you. You're losing something, but you're going to gain much more here. And by expecting things to be different from somebody who has yet to show you that different, you are hurting yourself. You're only wounding yourself. You're only hurting yourself. You're sitting here waiting for something that is not going to happen, or it's not going to happen anytime soon. It really truly feels like it's just not going to happen. But you know, everybody's situation is different, so I just make sure that I phrase it in a way that I can maybe be a little bit easier taken. But there's a need to look out for you and yours. There's a need to look out for yourself here, because this card is in the middle of your reading. This is a need to put an end to the situation. The card that shows up in the middle of the spread, in the middle of the reading, is usually the card that has the most significance. It's the main message, and the main message here is release, right? It's moving forward. It's transformation, because death is transformation. Endings are transformations into new beginnings. And there's something here that needs to end for pile number 3 in order for that new beginning to come in order for those dark clouds to fade into this light here. Because look, we have this card, the whole sky is black, right? This is the difficult situation at its core, at its prime. And this is the need to release. You're still in mourning. You're still in grieving. You're still hurting over it. You're still working on getting over it. You're still working through it. You're putting it physically, emotionally, putting it to rest. And the sky is still black, but you see the yellow start to peek through. And then this is you when all is released and you're focused on yourself and you're loving yourself more than you're loving holding on to a situation that hasn't served you, right? And then the sky is all clear, right? Because you're recognizing who you are, and you're recognizing your power, and you're recognizing that you don't really need this situation, and that's allowing you to put it to rest, allowing you to release it, right? Okay, let's get one of these cards right here. Okay. We have the card Jasmine. This always reminds me of releasing as well. I'm hearing Bed of Roses. It reminds me of release because it's a knife. What do you do with knives? You cut things, right? You cut it off. Card number 10. 10 is a completion, and this is card number 10. Fucking wild. But there's a real deep want here to not release the situation, because I tried to get there and it's like the cards, it's like the pages were stuck. They didn't want me to open it type of energy. Look, it says, Jasmine, you've taken some good initial steps on your journey, but you're starting to flounder. Perhaps you feel as though you could have set out in a different direction, or others are calling you foolish for doing things the wrong way. But you chose this path for a reason. Jasmine always grows where it means to, and so do you. You know exactly where you're going and why. Don't let your doubts or the scorn of others make you question yourself. Sorry. Don't let your doubts or the scorn of others make you question yourself. Jasmine always grows where it's supposed to grow, where it means to grow, and so do you. And I feel like what this is saying is that your soul wouldn't be guiding you to release a situation if it wasn't right for you. Your soul wouldn't be guiding you to move forward or go down a different path or go you know, more down the path of releasing whatever this is, if that was something that wasn't for you, that wasn't meant for you, that wasn't going to do you well and serve you good, right? So that's what I have for you. I hope this message resonated for you. Like and comment if you did appreciate, learn anything, or had anything confirmed for you through this reading, and I will see you guys later. Toodles.